Nation, what is good?
Ian, Vito, and Liz, and the wheel coming at you once again.
I'm gonna try to be on better behavior today.
Ian's brought the energy down.
All right, I'm
a tick.
like.
But depending on what we get from the wheel, it might go right back up.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna try to
Who
be on
knows?
my best. Liz is supposed to whoop my ass if I act up, but yeah.
If you see
Stone Cold Stunner.
you see
That's
a
what I'm
quick
gonna do.
backhand.
Yeah,
or
like
something,
my
you know.
behavior,
It's
and
gonna
my
be a
energy
wrestling move.
was messed up in the last video. I don't know what happened to me. So, but we on the wheel. Damn, I don't think there's no song. Oh no, there's one song on here.
So wow, that's a low chance for you, dude.
What?
You said you wanted a song. You're hoping for a song. Whew. Odds are against you, my friend.
Right,
The odds are not in your favor.
damn. But yeah, we got to spin. So
Ian, spin that wheel.
oh my lord. Yeah, we did that one. Did that one too. We gotta wipe this board off,
It's been
bro.
2 weeks. We haven't emptied the wheel.
Yeah, we gotta empty this shit. I'm just. What are you calling this one? I'm trying not to fuck it up. What are we calling that one? Is that Diddy Files? What are we calling
Yeah,
that?
that's the Diddy Files.
What are you calling that?
I'm calling it the Diddy Files.
Yeah, because it's closer to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
I was trying not to do
Did it.
But it was like this.
Yeah, I call it the Diddy Files.
Calling
Yeah.
out the Diddy Files?
Diddy Files, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
And we started that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Diddy Files.
Creole will be happy.
Yeah, let me get my
Jimmy's like, all that shit on the wheel. We'll get it, Jimmy. We'll get it.
Oh, this was it. Patrick CC, yeah, this was it. Hopefully I behaved during this
I think it
video.
was them one, right?
Yeah, this was it. Patrick
I don't know.
CC.
This might break some energy out of you.
So here we go, the Diddy Files.
of the walls up.
1997.
Alright, I'm gonna back it up a little bit. Just so we can. There we go. Alright, so this we're already 2 minutes into this shit. So yeah, the Diddy Files, Patrick CC's the YouTube person doing this.
Diddy Files.
Man. Time to get into this, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm just trying to behave.
I'm ready.
This might break some energy.
Yeah, this robbed the two legends, man. But
All because Sean Kidd.
this fool. But
Ian, hit that play button. Let's get this rolling.
let's get it, brother.
Puffy and Biggie had made so many enemies that they didn't really know who was after them, but they overstayed their welcome in the City of Angels, and Big's demise came on March 9th, 1997. After presenting an award at the 1997 Soul Train Awards, the Bad Boy crew attended the after-party hosted by Vibe magazine at the Peterson Automotive Museum. Biggie left the party riding in the front passenger seat of a Chevrolet Suburban SUV with Puffy and other entourage members driving directly in front of them. As they stopped at the first red light, a dark-colored Chevrolet Impala pulled up alongside Biggie's SUV. An unknown assailant inside the Impala rolled down the window and fired multiple shots at Biggie's vehicle. Biggie was hit numerous times by gunfire, sustaining 4 gunshot wounds. One of the bullets struck him in the chest, causing severe internal injuries. He was immediately rushed to the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, but pronounced dead at the hospital that night. So what happened? Well, Puffy's business partner said that they had used up all their budget on security, so they couldn't hire extra security for this evening. Keefy D was also at this party and offered protection.
Seems to
Puff
be a
told him to
thing.
stand down. Puff decided to ride in the separate car located.
Here we go.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep.
It gets me how like the littlest things. Vito can have a whole buffet of shit on that. Like
Just couldn't get that extra
security.
Wow. Doesn't this remind us of what
Reminds
happened?
of a certain situation. that
July 13th.
Oh,
can't
damn.
put my finger on it.
It happened on July 13th, right?
Yeah. Oh,
What was it? What's slipping our minds?
Oh damn, y'all funny. Y'all.
Just an assassination attempt.
Jesus.
Right out of the playbook of the CIA. Not saying it was an inside job or anything.
I know, right?
It's just a,
Not trying to take it there, but
just
just weird.
Yep.
It's just confirmed.
Just questions.
It's confirmed CIA killed JFK. That's all I'm saying.
That's like confirmed.
Yeah, it's confirmed.
Like that's not no conspiracy.
No,
That's legitimate.
Yeah, it's like legitimate. Confirmed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Shit wild, bro.
In front of Biggie's. Then he gave his security guard, Gene Deal, very strange instructions rather than maximizing Big's protection.
I tried to ride on the side of the car. Puff said, yo, Gene, what you doing? I said, I'm riding on the side of the car. I have my gun out. So he says to me, Gene, if you don't get in this car, you ain't gonna never work for Bad Boy ever again. I said, man, how the f you gonna try to tell me how to do my job? He said, Gene, we don't need that look. We don't need that look. Get in the car. As I go to get in the car, this motherfucker reached down and let his seat all the way back. So now I gotta put my legs sideways. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is you doing? I said, you ready? He said, you ready? I said, Kenny, run the next 3 lights. Kenny said, for what? I said, motherfucker, run the next 3 lights, Kenny, or I'm gonna drive. Kenny just took off.
The first car ran the red lights, but the car behind them did not follow. They decided to stop at the red light. Lil Cease had his head hanging out the window trying to holler at some girls. Then out of nowhere, the shooting took place. According to an FBI agent, Phil Carson, who worked on the case for several years, Suge Knight hired Amir Muhammad to carry out the execution. However, the agent says that the original target was not Biggie. They were targeting Sean Puffy Combs. Gene also believes this story is the truth.
I believe it was meant for Puff. The people that tried to kill
I've heard
Puff that night, for whatever reason, because we had some beef with some Muslim cats in Soul Train too. For whatever reason, the people that's trying to kill Puff, Big became a casualty of Puff shit.
When they rushed Big to the hospital, Lil Cease, who literally looked the shooter right in his face, gave a description to Gene. This is what he said.
Little C's at the hospital, he said a Muslim shot Big. And I said to Paul, with the blue suit, white shirt, blue bow tie, he said, Gene, how you know? I said, that motherfucker walked up to Puff car first.
Lil Cease's description of the man matches up to what the FBI uncovered. All in all, to say that Puffy set up the murders of Pac and Biggie is not exactly accurate, but the origins of the beef and the escalation of the beef can most definitely be traced back to Puffy. Also, he definitely knew that danger.
What was that again?
He walked up to Puff first when he just shot Puff.
So according to this, Biggie got killed as a casualty because of some shit Diddy was at.
I think Diddy hired someone to kill. Was the whole reason Biggie's dead.
And I just saw a thing where there's like some court document where Diddy's name is named 77 times in a document where supposedly he put a $1 million hit on Pac.
Yeah, I bet he did. I bet he's the
honestly,
reason.
Yeah.
fuck Diddy.
Oh yeah.
Fuck him. We got 2 legends dead because of your ass.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if he made a deal with Suge to take them both out. How crazy would that shit be? How crazy would that shit be?
It's crazy how people are worth more dead than
Well,
alive.
I bet, to be fair though, Puff probably set it up so that way Suge would take the fall. That's what. Oh, God, what happened?
This shit's crazy, man.
Who's sitting in a prison cell? Who's been sitting in a prison cell?
Was looming for Pac and Biggie and did not even come close to trying to prevent both of their deaths. Because at the end of the day, Puff was the one who benefited most from them dying. Think about it from the perspective of Puffy the businessman. Tupac dies, that makes Biggie the winner. Biggie looks like the ultimate gangster who warned his enemy with a diss track and then got him killed. That helps feed into the persona and sell more records. Plus, with Tupac dead, there is no more competition. Biggie's inspiration, his idol, the dude who he copied everything from can no longer defend himself from the grave. Now, we know that Puff didn't exactly want Big to die, but he wasn't doing everything in his power to protect him. Additionally, Puff saw how much money Death Row was making after Tupac passed. Tupac Shakur sold 67,000 records in the week following his murder. 2 months after he died, they released The Don Killuminati, The 7-Day Theory, which Shakur recorded under the name Machiavelli. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard Hot 200 with first week sales of 664,000 and 250,000 the second week. To this day, Tupac has sold 75 million records, most of which came posthumously. Puffy owned all of Big's publishing. He allegedly purchased it from him for $200,000 years before he passed, which meant that everything he recorded or wrote for himself or other artists, Puff owned all of Biggie's percentage. Aside from the tens of millions of dollars in albums Big sold posthumously, he was also a prolific songwriter. He wrote all of Junior Mafia's album. He wrote for Lil Kim. He wrote for Mace, Craig Mack. Also consider every single time he's been sampled over the years. Diddy has been making money off Biggie for more years than Biggie was alive. There were even suspicions that Biggie was aware of how much control Puffy had over his music and tried to sign over all his new music to his infant daughter, but passed away before he could get the business deals done. Biggie's mother, Valletta Wallace, has repeatedly expressed her distrust of Diddy. The truth is, Christopher accepted the illusion of a friend and mentor for about $25,000. That's the amount Puffy lured my son with. That was a lot of money for Christopher back then as a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
She continued by saying that she was glad her son does not have to witness that the very people that he thought he could ride and die with wouldn't think twice about using his mother. She added, "I am glad that he is not here to see how they have used his image and his name." Diddy was filthy rich, extremely powerful, and evidently unpredictable. Imagine how easy it was to leverage his power in the music industry and his personal life. If you said no to him, in theory, he could blackball you, extort you, or maybe something more permanent. So consider that when we begin analyzing his history of suspicious behavior.
I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
It's 2024.
Bruh.
You're still
Damn.
using
Bruh.
the same cable network?
Let's start with the mysterious Puffy's Flavor Camp, where Diddy would mentor teenage musicians like Usher and give them a taste of the music industry. R&B sensation Usher was nothing short of a child prodigy. By age 13, he had already been discovered in Atlanta by L.A. Reid, and they sent him to New York City to record his debut album with Diddy. In 1994, Usher was just 14 years old, and he moved into Diddy's house to be a part of his Flavor Camp.
I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you
I
seeing?
went there to see the lifestyle,
Right.
And I saw it, and it was. But I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild. It was,
So nobody
it was crazy.
tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't
But
say
you
that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand.
He's not going to tell you what he
Usher
saw.
has been
No.
very reluctant to discuss what happened when he lived with
Yeah,
Diddy.
no shit.
In a
He's not gonna
2004
tell you.
article with Rolling Stone, he said, "Puff introduced me to a totally different set of shit. Sex, specifically. Sex is so hot in the industry, man. While he was in New York, he lived at Puffy's house in Scarsdale. There was always girls around. You'd open a door and see somebody doing it, or several people in a room having an orgy. You never knew what was going to happen. Some people look at this as nothing short of grooming a young boy. One time, Diddy himself detailed what living with Usher was like.
Back in the day when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes. You know what I'm saying? Before pause was invented. You know what I'm saying? But it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get them earlier than me. And now he's one of the richest stars in the world. And I'm
What the f did Puff just say?
Even though Kevin Hart was just joking, he really was the only one that seemed to question what Diddy was talking about. But Usher looks kind of uncomfortable. And you'll notice a theme where Diddy is very comfortable touching other people, embracing them, calling them pet names, and almost always the other person's body language screams they do not like it.
This was weird.
doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work.
But Usher is not the only artist in the industry who may have been a victim of Puffy's Flavor Camp. Justin Bieber was also mentored by Diddy early on in his career. Bieber, just after his 15th birthday, spent 48 hours with Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
Where we hanging out and what we doing.
The fuck is a 14-year-old supposed to be doing with a Lamborghini? He can't drive it. So what
Exactly.
the fuck? Why gift it to him?
This is his first car in 2 years?
What does Bieber need with a Ferrari Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever the hell it is? What does he need with that at 14?
Because he gets to look at him. Do you want that car? You better do this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the weird, bro? And why? This is P. Diddy was. Oh, I thought that said Bieber's legal guardian. Never mind. But then, wait, P. Diddy was Usher's legal guardian. Justin Bieber literally just turned had to spend 48 hours at Diddy's location. Okay, of course it's undisclosed. Diddy was Usher's legal guardian?
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Probably because he was underage. His parents.
But
had
he
to
was
let him
living
in.
with him, so he had to be his
In New York,
legal
yeah.
guardian.
Especially 'cause
You
he's
just
underage.
sign and go. Guardianship? That's
Yeah,
weird.
you can.
Mentored by Diddy early on in his career. Bieber, just after his 15th birthday, spent 48 hours with
sorry.
Diddy. Diddy gifted him a Lamborghini Gallardo and let the world know why him and the teenager were hanging out.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
Combs seems to be acting strange, but Justin seems alright. At the time, he was still a young star, glamorized by the industry. 1 year later, his demeanor towards Diddy was much different.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right,
doing?
young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. But you never really got my number, so.
Now, Combs is renowned for hosting lavish and star-studded parties that have become legendary in the entertainment industry. Diddy parties are famous for attracting A-list celebrities across all industries. I had the craziest mix, Combs told Oprah. Some of my boys from Harlem, Leonardo DiCaprio after he just finished Titanic, I had socialites there and relatives from down south. Diddy parties are typically hosted at luxury venues or his own private residences. The media were quick to anoint him the modern-day Gatsby, a title he embraced with open arms. "Have I read The Great Gatsby?" he said to a reporter in 2001. "I am the Great Gatsby." However, many people forget that one of Diddy's first parties ever resulted in the deaths of 9 attendees.
What?
In 1991, 22-year-old Sean Combs was the promoter of the Heavy D's and Puff Daddy celebrity charity basketball game at City College's Nat Holman Gymnasium, the infamous Puffy Party where a stampede occurred, taking the lives of 9 people. Some of the hottest rappers in the game were set to attend: Boyz II Men, Phife Dawg, Big Daddy Kane, Jodeci, even LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up. The crazy part is that fans could see all of their favorite stars for just $12. The first problem occurred with the tickets. Keep in mind, this is in 91, so people had to go to physical locations like the Apollo Theater box office to buy tickets. Tickets were also sold at local shops like Boss Emporium, and even free tickets were given out on the radio by Funkmaster Flex. The facility could only hold 2,730 people, but they had no idea how many tickets they sold, as no proper system was set in place to keep track. Despite this, Gene
Keep
Deal
track of
recalled
the tickets being sold.
Wow.
You know the place can only hold
Exactly.
2,700. Why are you selling more than what it can hold?
Cause greedy.
You shouldn't have given up more than 2,000.
You in a
greedy.
freaking like high school gym.
Wow.
You're not in an arena.
Wow. And that you had some big rappers.
I never knew about that. Wow.
Dumbasses.
That's stupidity.
That's just that's
just stupidity.
That's right there. Something bad's gonna happen.
Yep.
The building is the room that you trying to have this shit in. It's not big enough to accompany all this.
That's because Diddy wanted the lines of people wanting to get in. That piece of shit.
as no proper system was set in place to keep track. Despite this, Gene Deal recalls Puffy requesting to cut security presence in half.
This particular day, Puff calls me the day before we supposed to do the party and say, yo, Gene, I don't need y'all to do the security outside. I got the FOIs to do it. So I said, man, I just told 18 guys. He said, I just need 8.
To clarify, the FOIs are Fruit of Islam members. One witness to the event said, you cannot have an event like this in Harlem without those Muslims, said Oscar Davis, 32, of the Bronx. Forget the police, they can't do nothing. The people in Harlem respect the Muslims. It was blatantly obvious that more people were outside than could actually fit in the gym. Despite the overcrowding, tickets were still being sold at the door, said Mario Salvaggi, a city police patrol
Why
chief.
are you still selling shit that people can't get in?
If it's a sold out venue, you still sell tickets to get in.
Like, you physically can't get any more people in. Oh, keep selling the tickets. That doesn't make any sense. You're asking for something bad to happen.
Probably wanted something bad.
Like,
Fans entered through 2 side exits and funneled down the stairs, through the doors into the gymnasium. But once LL Cool J and Mike Tyson showed up, all hell broke loose.
Exactly,
Mobs
of
of
course.
people started swarming from outside to rush inside, pushing people forward towards the glass doors. The glass doors eventually were shut and needed to be pulled towards the crowd to be opened. Guards tried to instruct people to fall back, but they wouldn't listen.
Yeah,
the
at
pressure
that point,
became so great that the glass doors shattered and people
at that point, the people aren't going to listen to the cops. They just want to go see Mike Tyson and LL Cool J.
Especially at that time.
Yeah.
Mike was the champ.
Exactly. They don't give a shit what the cops are saying. You could have put freaking, what's that, tear gas in the shit, and it wouldn't have done anything. Yeah, see, that
would have been worse.
It would have been, yeah, this is bad. And then what doesn't help is the doors can't go in. They have to open this way. So if someone's pressed up against the door, they can't go anywhere. That's, wow.
fell through them. Outsiders began stampeding and stomping over bodies to get inside the facility, but the problem just got worse as they needed to go down the stairs into the gym. The doors at the bottom of the stairs also needed to be pulled open towards the crowd, not pushed into the gym. So hundreds of people were squeezed up against these doors in this tiny stairwell with no way to escape. Also notice that these doors don't have any windows. So inside of the gym, people were having a great time. From the outside, you can hear them partying, playing music, and rappers shouting over the microphone. They didn't even know that just on the other side of those doors were people fighting for their lives. Eventually, they got the doors open. As much as 6 people were stacked on top of each other and began spilling onto the gym floor, finally relieving the pressure. People began trying to perform CPR on the ground. Someone announced over the microphone that 3 people died right there. This caused chaos, and the people inside the gym began trying to leave, stampeding back through the exact same stairwell.
Oh god, damn!
Place. Police identified 5 men and 3 women dead at the scene, and 29 people were injured. A 9th victim died in the hospital days later. All of them died from asphyxiation.
Jeez.
8 families of the deceased settled wrongful death lawsuits against Mr. Combs in early 1998. Mr. Combs ended up paying around $600,000 of a total $3 million or so. Now, clearly, this wasn't all Diddy's fault. Legally, the courts claim the city 50% responsible and the promoters 50% responsible. Regardless, death and dark energy seemed to lure around Diddy since his earliest days. From there, he kinda stopped throwing parties for the public and started to keep them private. However, over the years, disturbing rumors have spread regarding what happens during Diddy's parties, ranging from group sex rituals to casting couches where newcomers would secure their future in various industries. The biggest rumor is that aspiring male talent would need to pleasure other powerful men to advance their careers, and apparently it's an open secret in the music industry, which is why Shannon Sharp erupted in laughter when Cat Williams said,
"Cause P. Diddy be wanting to party, and you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did."
Now, Diddy has 6 biological children with 3 different women. He has had multiple high-profile relationships with the likes of Jennifer Lopez, Naomi Campbell, and Cassie. But you will notice that most of the party stories that circulate involve him being surrounded by men. Josh Ostrovsky, who goes by The Fat Jewish on social media, detailed his strange experience at a Diddy party.
I'm on ecstasy and I'm trying to find the bathroom and I can't find the bathroom and I get lost. So I open a door and in that room there are a bunch of men laying about and, you know, kind of like very like kind of leaning on each other. Not like if you were spooning but facing each other and like leaning up on your elbow and talking.
Like it would almost be the prelude to an orgy.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It was so prelude to an orgy. And who is lounging in my direct eye line? Puff Daddy and Felix the House Cat, famed house music producer.
Yeah, no, I know who that is.
Basically spooning each other, and they're drinking a glass of Hennessy, and they're like sharing. They're like passing it back and forth,
and everyone's talking,
and everyone's just like talking.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I see them, I'm like,
all men though. There's not one woman in this room.
All men, and they're all 100% on ecstasy.
Shortly after Josh and Diddy locked eyes, he was kicked out. Josh, who is a gay man, immediately felt like he was in a room full of other gay men, but there was no real accusation nor damning evidence here. It could have just been a group of guys chilling. So let's take a listen to rapper Exhibit recounting his experience partying with Diddy.
Yeah. Bro, this is
community.
There's nothing good in this, man. There's nothing good in this. There's nothing to be happy about. There's nothing.
A gay man knows when he walks into a room with other gay men.
Yep.
Bro, I have learned gaydar is real. It's a real thing.
Gay men know when there's another gay man there.
Yeah. This shit is weird. There's nothing positive in this.
No.
Oh, my bad. Did I get you?
Yes,
I get
you
you.
did.
My bad, Liz. My bad. But there's nothing positive in this.
Nothing.
Nothing.
There's nothing positive.
Nothing positive, baby.
I don't ever want to see Diddy again.
No.
I don't want to see that man on the camera.
But again, they're gonna make him go down for all the episodes.
Oh, I believe Candace Owens. That man a Fed.
Oh, yeah.
He a Fed. That man's an informant.
Yep.
Can you imagine what Diddy knows about other people?
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, he had cameras all through that house.
That's what I'm saying.
The amount of people he's
No
got
one's
information
saying
on,
shit.
Which is probably why he's gonna walk. Because he's a Fed.
So let's take a listen to rapper Exhibit recounting his experience partying with Diddy.
Florida, we got invited to a Puffy party, the New Year's Eve party. He invited us to the house because he wanted to go to the club after. Puffy calls me outside. He's like, "Hey man, that girl you know about?" He's like, that's the devil, man. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "What you mean that's the devil?" So we get into the truck. He said, "Let's go to this club." You know, we sitting there bobbing to the music, and then she point over the corner. It's two dudes kissing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, the f is this? And then she point another direction. It's another dude over there like butt ass naked dancing. You know what I'm saying? We take off, man.
Based on X's story, it seems like Diddy brought him to a gay club. Or maybe coincidentally, Exhibit just looked at the only two gay couples in a regular club. 50 Cent also recalls one of the first times he met
This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit. And he was like, "Yo, why don't we like go shopping or some shit?" I mean, like I pay for it. And I was like, "What the fuck this nigga just said?" It's a fruit pie. It's a fruit pie. Trust me.
Now, there's no doubt that homophobia has been prevalent.
Dude, 50 been saying it for years,
People
man.
are just simply not gay. And Diddy's actions make them feel uncomfortable. Like rappers Fabulous and
Oh,
Jadakiss, who
I've seen this. Watch. Fabulous is here. Jadakiss, I believe, is in the purple. I think this is Diddy.
Yeah.
Watch how uncomfortable Jadakiss is. I've seen this.
pressed by Diddy on a podcast that got really awkward really quickly. He began by repeatedly calling the host Nori Daddy.
I got Mr. Lee.
Yeah, I love this drink.
Where you put my
Chance, but
bag
I like
at?
when you like this, Daddy.
Yeah, where you put my bag
Daddy,
at,
I like
Mr.
when
Lee?
you
Oh, it's
when you
right here,
scrambling
it's
and
right
scraping
here.
for shit.
No, I got
I
notes
like
and
that.
shit. You know, I've been practicing.
Then he proceeded to ask Fabulous why he didn't want to party with him.
See where I look
Did you
back
miss
on
me?
where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm
I
saying
miss-
it seems like a thing
I
with
miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man. I
Man,
miss
but I'm
partying
talking about
with
for your birthday.
Huh?
Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, this guy's hungry.
We partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying?
Jadakiss kept his head looking straight down for
See,
almost the entire
look at
interview,
you.
and you could tell Fabulous was very uneasy about Diddy's presence. When Diddy was confronted about it, this was his response.
When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
That was you.
Scrambling.
What? You said, I like when you do it like that, Daddy. When you scrambling and scraping for shit.
Hey, man. Nah. I mean, I was
You don't
caught,
go back
no,
and
no.
look at that stuff and laugh?
I mean, it could be funny. I don't really be on it like that.
It seems like he genuinely
you
has
weird,
no idea
bro.
why people thought what he said was weird.
He says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. You know what I'm saying? Like, he says something fabulous and he goes, "Yo, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party." What is he talking about? What is he talking about? That's the kind of stuff that when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
But even with all the jokes, rumors, and secrets, nobody ever formally spoke out against Diddy and accused him of assault or abuse until 2019, when his ex-girlfriend Gina Huynh spoke publicly about what it's like to be in a relationship with him. Keep in mind that Gina was a side girlfriend.
She
for
looks
Diddy.
miserable.
The public didn't know about her because his public relationship was with Cassie Ventura, who he had been on and off dating for a decade.
He had caught me texting another man. We were in his closet and he like pushed me and I fell to the ground. He like stood over me. He avoided my face, but he like started punching me like on the side of my head and I was just like covering my face. He like stomped on my stomach, like took the wind out of my breath. I couldn't breathe, pleading to him like, can you stop? And he like stopped for a little bit. He like grabbed my hair from the back and like was like punching the back of my head.
She also claims that she was pregnant with his child in 2014.
You mind telling me what happened with that pregnancy?
he was like, "You're gonna get an abortion, right?" I was like, "I don't know yet." And then he offered me $50,000 to get rid of it, but I turned it down because I just loved him.
Gina did not take the money, but she also did not have the child. 4 years later, she got pregnant again. Gina goes on to detail multiple other instances of emotional and physical abuse, but she never filed any formal charges. It wasn't all the way until November of 2023 that someone finally filed a formal lawsuit against Diddy. After that, the floodgates were opened, and Sean Combs' dark past crept out of the shadows. In the lawsuit, Cassie Ventura, his longtime girlfriend, accused Mr. Combs of repeated physical abuse over about a decade. As you can imagine, this lawsuit and these allegations went extremely viral. After all these years of shady rumors, weird behavior, and dark secrets, the entire world was prepared for Diddy's decline. Ventura and Combs met in 2005 when she was 19 and he was 37. He heard a song she was marketing called Me and You. He then contacted Ryan Leslie, who wrote Cassie's first single, and paired Bad Boy Records with Leslie's Next Selection imprint for the release of Cassie's debut album. In August 2006, Cassie released her self-titled album under Bad Boy Records. The pair formed a close relationship through working together for several months as Cassie became the face of Diddy's fashion label, Sean John. In 2007, Diddy separated from his longtime partner Kim Porter and started dating Cassie. Cassie alleged that Combs controlled nearly every aspect of her life, from her career to having access to her personal medical records. She claims he was frequently violent, physically abusing her multiple times a year, and that he often plied her with copious amounts of drugs, which made videos like this one seem awfully suspicious, where Cassie seems to be hiding from Diddy.
What you gotta say now? What you gotta say now? You ain't got shit to say. When you put your girl on the snap, baby, yo, babe. I mean, shit getting weird. Come on, baby, it's hot outside. You fucking wrapped up in that blanket. Let's go jog on the beach.
The court papers assert that others who worked with Mr.
Yeah,
Combs...
she's hiding to you because she's probably fucked up on drugs and beat to shit and don't want that on camera.
Exactly.
Like...
helped him control Miss Ventura,
What
like suppressing her music
hell,
if she did not
bro?
obey his orders, or by helping to conceal his behavior. But it wasn't just mentally controlling. He also often got physically violent with her. In one incident in Los Angeles in 2009, the suit says that Mr. Combs became enraged when he saw Miss Ventura talking to another talent agent, then pushed her into a car and kicked her repeatedly in the face, making her bleed. The suit also details Diddy's requests for Cassie to engage in his newest sexual fantasy called voyeurism. Combs forced Ventura to have sex with male sex workers in different cities, encounters she claimed he watched, pleasured himself to, and recorded. This is the allegation that likely opened up a federal investigation into him sex trafficking people. According to the suit, Mr. Combs called these encounters freak-offs, which involved costumes, like masquerade masks and lingerie. The lawsuit continues to detail some of the most horrific, embarrassing, and torturous behavior Diddy allegedly committed. Combs' lawyer, Benjamin Braffman, responded to the lawsuit on behalf of him. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations.
Yeah, he's not gonna
For the past 6
admit to
months,
it.
Mr. Combs has been subjected to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million, under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship. Despite them denying everything, the lawsuit was settled just 24 hours after it was made public.
To me, that makes me believe everything about it's true.
Yeah.
If you gave her $30 million that damn quick,
Yep.
that's why I'm like, Diddy did it.
Yep.
Because to me,
there's a lot more stuff he did.
because to me, if you say no, I'm completely innocent, I'm not giving you shit.
Yeah, why would you give up $30 million?
Yo, fuck Diddy, man.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, for real.
Don't know how much, but due to the severity of the charges, the public assumed that Diddy coughed up tens of millions of dollars to keep her quiet.
Yep.
And while Combs likely believed that he escaped Cassie's lawsuit unscathed, a woman named Liza Gardner filed a lawsuit on November 23rd. Gardner claimed that she and a friend met Combs and singer-songwriter Aaron Hall at an MCA Records event in either 1990 or 1992. They returned to Hall's apartment for an after-party where she was offered more drinks and was coerced into having sex with Combs, who assaulted both both her and her friend. In another complaint filed the same day, Joy Dickerson Neal alleged that in 1991, she reluctantly went on a date with Combs, who intentionally drugged and sexually assaulted her after their dinner. Diddy denied the allegations through a spokesperson who claimed that the women's claims were fabricated and accused them of exploiting the Adult Survivors Act. The New York's Adult Survivors Act temporarily eliminated the civil statute of limitations for survivors of sexual assault, which gave them the right to file a lawsuit against the perpetrator regardless of how long ago it occurred. Then another woman came out. Jane Doe alleged that Combs, his longtime lieutenant Harve Pierre, and a third unidentified assailant gang-raped her when she was 17 at Combs' Manhattan recording studio in 2003. Pierre, who previously served as president of Combs Bad Boy Entertainment, had also been sued by a former assistant, who alleges he used his position of authority as plaintiff's boss to groom, exploit, and sexually assault her several times between 2016 and 2017. The lawsuit further claimed that men trafficked Doe across state lines from Detroit to New York City on a private jet, supplied the teenager with drugs and alcohol until she couldn't consent, and then violently assaulted her.
God loves
I need a
you.
shower.
Your life on earth matters and has purpose.
What the
Meet with
hell?
missionaries like us to learn what God has.
The complaint also included several photos that Doe alleges were taken at the studio that night, including one where she is sitting on Combs' lap. Enough is enough, Diddy said on Instagram. For the last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth. But it wasn't just women accusing him. In February of 2024, Combs' former producer and videographer, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, filed a federal lawsuit against Combs, alleging Combs sexually harassed, drugged, and threatened him. According to the lawsuit, Rodney Lil Rod Jones lived with Combs between September 2022 and November 2023, during which he worked on Diddy's most recent album, the Love Album, Off the Grid. As Combs' videographer, Jones allegedly secured hours of footage and audio recordings of Combs engaging in illegal activity. The activity the suit alleges includes acquiring drugs, soliciting sex workers, providing laced drinks to minors, and sexual assault. Jones alleges that he was the victim of constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching of his anus by Mr. Combs. Mr. Jones was forced by Mr. Combs to work in Mr. Combs' bathroom as Mr. Combs walked around naked and showered in a clear glass enclosure. In the lawsuit, Jones also alleges that Young Miami, who is Diddy's most recent girlfriend, was among those who were paid a monthly fee by Diddy to work as his sex workers. Jones believed Diddy was grooming him with the goal of passing him off to others. While on a yacht in January of 2023, Jones alleges he was introduced to Oscar-winning actor Cuba Gooding Jr., who proceeded to grope and fondle him until being forcibly pushed away. Jones claimed that Diddy, who had dominion and control over Gooding Jr., failed to step in. Also in Jones's lawsuit, an unnamed rapper is mentioned as having been on Diddy's yacht, where they were allegedly seen consorting with underage girls and sex workers. This rapper is described as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj. Rapper Meek Mill is from Philadelphia and dated Nicki Minaj from 2014 to 2016. That same unnamed rapper, also an unnamed R&B singer, and producer Stevie J allegedly engaged in sexual intercourse with Diddy. This allegation has people looking at that clip of Meek Mill in the pool with Diddy calling him daddy more suspiciously. Also, 50 Cent made some jokes about Diddy and Stevie J on Instagram, to which Stevie J responded with not denying the allegations, but challenging 50 Cent to a boxing match.
However it go, I want you to fade, nigga. Fuck all that. Since it's entertainment, let me beat the shit out of you on TV or something. Don't duck that. I'm calling you out. What you want to do, Curtis?
But the most shocking allegation made in the lawsuit was Mr. Jones discovered that Mr. Combs has hidden cameras in every room of his homes, and that Diddy was secretly recording artists and powerful executives, like Lucian Grange, who was mentioned in the lawsuit, who may or may not have participated in the freak-offs. If this turns out to be true, we might see some of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry get exposed, and 50 Cent wants to be a part of the expose. He said on Instagram, shaking my head, "This is gonna be so good. What you wanna bet I'm gonna get these tapes? I'll pay top dollar for them. You been over there? I don't go to Puffy's parties." However, it seems as though Sean Combs' reign of terror may be over. On March 25th, 2024, Homeland Security agents and other law enforcement officers raided Diddy's homes in Los Angeles and Miami due to a possible ongoing sex trafficking investigation. Homeland Security expert Hal Kempfer added some insight that the evidence they're looking for includes laptops, flash drives, and anything that would connect Combs with the allegations. As of right now, we don't know know what they found, and technically the feds never formally announced what they were looking for or why they were there. But it's safe to assume, based on the allegations, conveniently, Diddy was not even in the United States during the time of the raid. According to TMZ, Combs' private jet was spotted on the ground in Antigua, in the Caribbean, shortly after news of the raids broke. Many people believe he is fleeing the country, and today it seems like Diddy is spiraling. He just posted on social media trying to see who in the industry is on his side.
Hey, yo, right now though, for real, yo, I need to know who with me, you know? Like, just straight up, like I don't have the time. If you with me, let it be known. If you don't with me, be quiet.
And just in case you wanted some more twisted allegations and insane conspiracy theories, take a look at the founders of Uptown Records, the people who gave Diddy his very first job in the music industry. Andre Harrell, dead at age 59. Heavy D, dead at age 44. Kim Porter, dead at age 47. And Al B. Sure, who was just in a coma for 2 months and almost lost his life. Al B. Sure is also the father of Diddy's oldest adopted son. Al B. had a child with Kim Porter before she left him, married Diddy, and had children with him. Albie has recently been trying to reach out to his oldest son, hoping that he will leave Diddy and come back home, and when he got out of his coma, he strongly insinuated that Diddy was the reason behind it.
We are going to be producing the Albie Shore life story. So hold on to your britches, and you'll really understand how I ended up in a coma. You're really going to need to call Homeland Security.
Now, why would Diddy want the people who got him into the music industry in the first place to all be dead? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. But it seems like almost everyone around Sean Combs for his whole career either dies, disappears from relevance, or speaks out against his devilish ways. Yet nothing bad ever seems to happen to him. He just seems to get more successful and rich. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. But for now, we will just have to see how this all plays out. Based on everything you have learned in this video, you probably think he is guilty. But as of right now, he is innocent until proven Diddy.
Nah, fuck that, bro. Diddy gotta go.
I have to figure out who I am.
There's too much that lines up.
Yeah, exactly.
There's too much that lines up.
There's too much
man.
there.
I'm gonna say this. I'm with 50. If Homeland Security is raiding y'all shit, there's something. They got something on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn.
Dude was in a coma for 2 years.
Damn, man. Guys, let us know. Let us know what you think, man. Let us know what you think.
That was the Diddy Files.
Damn.
Goddamn, but they some files.
Yeah. Yeah, we finally finished this one. But guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe, blow us up. Y'all know what to do.
Thanks for stopping in. Spend some time with us today. Hit that notification bell, give it a share because it does. Help the channel out.
Please and thank you.
See you guys in the next one.
Later, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.